Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel and to today's vlog. Just thought I'd sit outside today. This is here in Perth, we've had a run of scorching hot days, 41, 42. But yesterday and today it's actually a lot cooler. I think it's only going to get to about 23 today. So I just thought I would sit outside and do a bit of a chat about stockpiling and etc. because there's a lot going on, not only here in WA but around Australia with supply shortages and supermarkets unable to get the staff to stock shelves, etc. So just thought I'd get on, have a bit of a chat and say, there's no need to panic buy. For some reason people get it in their head that there's going to be nothing on the supermarket shelves, we're not going to be able to eat. But if you only buy one or two extra things a week or fortnight or whenever you do your grocery shopping, or if you can afford to, if you just pop into the shop for a loaf of bread, grab an extra tin of spaghetti or baked beans or whatever it may be, that's going to help enormously. And you're not panic buying, you're not stripping the shelves, you're just buying one or two extra things to stick in your pantry for when times are like this. I should have done this video probably 3 or so weeks ago, but I'm still dealing with hubby's broken wrist and appointments and paperwork and all of that, and I've had some health issues as well, so I'm getting through those slowly. But getting back to the stockpiling, or just having a well stocked prepped pantry, whichever way, whatever you want to call it, it's certainly not about panic buying. And the media, mainstream media particularly, has labelled those of us who stockpile as hoarders and we're panic buyers, and that is so far from the truth, it's ridiculous. Because if you are a stockpiler, a prepper, however you want to define yourself, a stockpile takes months, even years to build up. We're not going in and buying a trolley load of toilet paper or a trolley load of canned foods. No one can afford to do that, no matter what your budget. No one can afford to do it. So, if you're doing your weekly shop, for example, and you think, okay, I've got a $5 note in my wallet, I'll get 3 cans of baked beans or whatever you can get for that $5 to stick in your stockpile. And obviously it's not just all about food, you also need to consider and think about cleaning products, toiletries, batteries, stuff like that, miscellaneous stuff. It's not just about stockpiling stuff for your pantry or stuff for your freezer, because you can't wash your hair with a tin of baked beans, for example. So you need to think about toiletries, and even if it is suitable for your household, think about some family board games or jigsaw puzzles or stuff like that, because if the power goes out, you can have a lantern or a camping lamp, sit around a table and have play a board game, and that's fun to do. So you just got to sit down and think about, okay, what you eat as a family, what you use as a family, i.e. toiletries, etc. But you've got to have fun stuff in there as well, even treats. You've got to have treats in your pantry, because if you're having a low day, you think, I'll just have a little piece of chocolate, and you sort of feel a bit better. So you do need to have treats as well. But this whole panic buying, rushing the supermarkets for toilet paper or whatever it may be, that's not what stockpiling is all about. Definitely not. I have a few new members in my stockpiling group on Facebook. And a lot of people, particularly now, are looking for hints, tips, advice, etc. Hence why I'm doing this little video. So the easiest way to get started is to sit down and, as I said, write lists of everything, and I mean everything your family uses. There's no point stockpiling things that your family does not use. A, it's a waste of money, and B, you'll end up throwing it out. So you only buy what your family uses, and whether you're a family of 3 like us, or a family of, I don't know, 8 or 9 or whatever, you should only ever stockpile what you use as a family. And that includes pantry stuff and things like cling film, foil, baking paper, all of those kinds of things. If you do cook a lot, you can then think, okay, this is just an example, I've had a frying pan for the last 5-6 years. It's starting to look grotty. If I see one on special or half price, you grab a couple and put one away and you use one. It's about everything that you as a family use. And that includes crockery, cutlery. I mean, I've got that many odds and sods bread and butter dishes because you buy sets and ones get broken, and that's stuff that you're always going to need because breakages happen. So but yeah, write lists of everything that your family uses, and you can go from there and you think, right, 1 month I'm going to stock up on tin food. The next month I'm going to stock up on toiletries, and stuff like that. And even if, for example, if you're a keen gardener, you can stock up on seeds, gardening stuff. I mean, I would encourage everyone to start a little garden, no matter how big or small your yard is. Or if you've got, you live in a flat, put some pots on the balcony, start growing your own food. Because I don't think the food shortages are going to be over anytime soon. And it's certainly not the supermarket's fault or the staff at the supermarket, so don't take it out on them. It's just the fact that there's been floods and fires and cyclones, and the transport just can't get through. It's particularly by rail from, I know from South Australia to WA, they can't get freight through by rail because the railway lines have all been washed out from flooding. And, I know governments or whoever are trying to organise alternative transport, i.e. trucks. But I mean, that doesn't just happen overnight. So I think the more everyone is prepared, these shortages will soon, well, not soon, but you'll slowly see the supermarket shelves being more stocked up. But as I said, there's certainly no need to panic buy. You buy what you can when you can. There's certainly no need to clear shelves or just go crazy, because as I said, we can't afford to do that, and I don't think a lot of families can, because a lot of people have lost their jobs from the pandemic and various other reasons. So I would just like to say, just be mindful of what you're buying. I mean, I'm vegetarian, but I don't like lentils or red kidney beans or, butter beans or anything like that. So I don't buy them. I, create other meals using what I've got, or have the occasional frozen meal from the supermarket. So, you've just got to be mindful and thoughtful, and okay, if, your kids love spaghetti on toast, stock up on that. So, I just thought I'd get on today and have a little bit of a chat. I've actually got the morning to myself this morning. No appointments today for hubby, so I just thought I'd get on and do a bit of a chat, do a bit of a, convo about it all. But, just be mindful. There's no need to be silly about it. That's not going to help anyone, and it's only going to cause issues in the supermarket, and you certainly don't want to be starting fights in a supermarket over, something as minor as a tin of spaghetti or corn or whatever it may be. But the major thing you need to do is to write lists. Start writing lists. I have done mine, but I need to update them and change a few things around. And I'm also going to start getting our veggie garden back up again. It all got decimated by the heat we've had here in Perth, so we lost almost everything except for my 2 apple trees. So I'm going to have to start all that again. We had planned on building a timber shade structure over it all, but then hubby broke his wrist, so that plan went way out the window. But I think growing your own food is one step to being a bit more food secure, I think. And as per grocery shopping, only grow what you will eat. There's no point growing stuff that you just won't eat. So all of that goes hand in hand. And homegrown produce tastes a lot better too. It really, really does. We grew some corn and it was so juicy and super sweet, and you don't get that in the supermarket because you don't know how long it's been sitting in their cold storage for. So I just walk out the back door every night or every couple of nights and pick some corn to have with our dinner. So, but yeah, just be more mindful. It's always nice to be food secure because the way numbers are rising, and they're rising here in WA, and I know over east they've had high numbers for months and months now. The less you can go out and have to go to the supermarket to buy stuff, the better off your family will be, because you're then not exposing yourself or your kids or your husband or significant other to what's out in the community. So I'm slowly building my stockpile back up again. I used a lot of it when hubby first broke his wrist because he couldn't do anything, so I had to be here 24/7. So it is what it is, but that's what it's there for. So I'm going to start trying to buy more in bulk, as in I can go to Costco. It's only 10 minutes from me here in Perth, and buying bulk packs of pasta sauce, and they have the they haven't had them lately, the packs of pasta and things like that. So I think if you can afford to, and it takes me, I save up, put money aside each fortnight, and when I've got $300-400, I'll go to Costco and do a bulk shop of pantry stable, shelf stable stuff. So that's what works for me. It might not work for you. You've got to work out what method works for you in that regard. But I think the more you can buy in bulk from places like Costco, I don't know of any other places here in WA that do that kind of thing. I've tried researching discount grocery stores, etc., but I can't seem to find any here in WA. So there could be. So if anyone knows of anyone, drop it in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, I think the more you can buy in bulk, the better off you'll be. So there you go. Just a quick little chat out here in the cool. I might get out and do a bit of planting today. I'll see how I go with that, but I've got stuff I need to get done inside. That's just been, even our poor aircon struggled in the heat we've had. So, but today it's a lot cooler, so I can get things done without feeling like I'm roasting. So thanks for watching, guys. Any suggestions, comments, drop them in the box below. Yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. Please stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.